Whoa, 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 whoa. We don't use it around here. I have my own bag.
Where can I get one of those? Welcome to Spice Pharmacy and Cosmetics, your pharmacy with a little bit of everything. From proteins and natural multivitamins by Alpha Products to keep you on track for that perfect fitness goal. Cosmetics, we got it too. From Revlon, L'Oreal, and Maybelline to give you that perfect, beautiful skin. Check out our Forensi products for all hair types to give you that beautiful bouncing hair that you've always wanted. Take care of your skin with our Fruit of the Earth products and also our brand new baby aisle for all babies that you guys would love. We got you while you enjoy your Belizean vacation. Spice Pharmacy and Cosmetics, located on Pescador Drive, San Pedro, Ambergris Key. Telephone 206-2227. Open Monday to Saturday from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. Sunday and most holidays from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Visit us at Spice Pharmacy and Cosmetics.
Welcome to Caribbean Sprinter. We're honored to be your water transportation choice in Belize. Caribbean Sprinter is the fastest, most reliable water transport in the country. Our ferries are equipped with everything you'll need for your island hopping adventures, local transport, and vacation needs. We're proud to have the most advanced ticketing and reservation system in the country. We offer multiple sailings daily between Belize City, Key Cocker, and San Pedro. Our checked luggage tracking system allows you to rest at ease and enjoy the beautiful views during your journey. We take pride in maintaining and servicing our vessels to make sure we're always on time and ready for your next trip. Once again, thank you for choosing Caribbean Sprinter and welcome aboard. We look forward to your next voyage with us.
A pleasant good morning, San Pedro, and a pleasant good morning to our friends over in Key Cocker. We want to welcome you to another edition of Good Morning, San Pedro. Today is Wednesday, the 29th of the month of July 2026. We're waking up to a beautiful Wednesday morning here in La Isla Bonita. Let us begin by taking a look at the weather. The general weather forecast provided to us by the Belize Met Service. The general situation: a weak tropical wave will cross the country today. The 24-hour forecast will be partly cloudy, becoming cloudy at times, along with a few showers and isolated thunderstorms mainly over central and northern areas today, then mostly over the south tonight. The marine conditions: the winds will be from the east at 10 to 20 knots, sea state will be choppy, and the waves will be between 3 to 5 feet. The temperatures here in the coast, the highs will be 88 degrees Fahrenheit, that's 31 degrees Celsius, and the lows will be 82 degrees Fahrenheit, that's 28 degrees Celsius. For inland areas, the highs will be 92 degrees Fahrenheit, that's 33 degrees Celsius, and the lows will be 74 degrees Fahrenheit, that's 23 degrees Celsius. And up in the hills, the highs will be 80 degrees Fahrenheit, that's 27 degrees Celsius, and the lows will be 68 degrees Fahrenheit, that's 20 degrees Celsius. The outlook for Thursday and Thursday night is for partly cloudy on Thursday with isolated showers. Then a few showers and isolated thunderstorms will affect the south late Thursday night. Taking a look at the tides, a high tide will occur this morning at 9:31 and another one will occur tonight at 10:49. A low tide will occur this afternoon at 4:55 and another one will occur tomorrow morning at 3:57. The sun will set this evening at 6:27 and it will rise tomorrow morning at 5:31. The moon will rise this evening at 6:45 and will set tomorrow morning at 6:19. This is the general weather forecast provided to us by forecaster Derek Rudon. They are at the Belize Meteorological Service. So there is a weak tropical wave that will be crossing the country, and more than likely it will bring some rain into our area, probably as it gets in. Let's take a look at the 4-day forecast to see where the rain stands. Tomorrow, Thursday, isolated showers, a few more over the south at night. The wind will be from the east-southeast at 10 to 20 knots, and the temperatures here in the coast, the highs will be 88 degrees Fahrenheit and the lows will be 82 degrees Fahrenheit. For inland areas, the highs will be 93 degrees Fahrenheit and the lows will be 74 degrees Fahrenheit. On Friday, a few showers and isolated thunderstorms, decreasing. The wind will be from the east at 10 to 20 knots. And the temperatures here in the coast, the highs will be 88 degrees Fahrenheit and the lows will be 82 degrees Fahrenheit. For inland areas, the highs will be 92 degrees Fahrenheit and the lows will be 74 degrees Fahrenheit. On Saturday, mainly fair and warm with isolated showers. The wind will be from the east at 10 to 20 knots. And the temperatures here in the coast, the highs will be 88 degrees Fahrenheit and the lows will be 82 degrees Fahrenheit. For inland areas, the highs will be 94 degrees Fahrenheit and the lows will be 74 degrees Fahrenheit. On Sunday, mainly fair and warm. The wind will be from the east-southeast at 10 to 15 knots. And the temperatures here in the coast, the highs will be 89 degrees Fahrenheit and the lows will be 82 degrees Fahrenheit. For inland areas, the highs will be 95 degrees Fahrenheit and the lows will be 74 degrees Fahrenheit. So we can see that we do have some showers coming in on Thursday night, but it seems that it will be more so over the southern part of the country. Then on Friday, there should be some rain during the day, and then the weather improves Friday night. We should have good weather on Saturday and good weather on Sunday. So thank you much to the Belize Met Service for the general weather forecast and also for the 4-day forecast. Turning into the tropics, again, we're waking up to another day, and the tropics and the Atlantic, they're very quiet. Look at that picture right there. You hardly see any rain affecting the area. It's clear. The Gulf is clear, the Caribbean is clear, and the remainder of the Atlantic is clear. Tropical cyclone activity is not expected during the next 48 hours. And if we click on the 7-day forecast, we likewise see something similar. The tropical cyclone activity is not expected during the next 7 days. So again, we can safely say, July has been very good to us on this hurricane season. Let's see what August will bring. Very good. Today is the 29th of the month. To those who are celebrating birthdays today, happy birthday to you. Who's celebrating birthdays, Dan?
Birthday boys and girls today. Will Wheaton is 54 years old today from Star Trek The Next Generation, and he was in Stand By Me and The Big Bang Theory. Yeah. Also, Alexander Paul from Baywatch and the Dragnet movie. Who else? Stephen Dorff, 53. He's from True Detective and was in Blade. Geddy Lee, lead singer and bassist of Rush, turns 73 today. And country legend Martina McBride turns 60 today.
Okay.
So there you go.
So to those celebrating birthdays here on the island as well, happy birthday to you. If you're waking up, joining us this morning, let us sing to you Las Mañanitas.
Estas son las mañanitas que cantaba el rey David. Hoy por ser tu cumpleaños te las cantamos a ti. Despierta, mi bien, despierta. Mira que ya amaneció. Ya los pajaritos cantan, la alba ya se metió. Cumpleaños feliz, cumpleaños feliz, te deseamos todos, cumpleaños feliz.
Congratulations to all those who are celebrating birthdays today. May you have an enjoyable one and may you celebrate many, many more. Short commercial break. We'll be right back. This is Good Morning San Pedro.
Look here, your kitchen light, Diana, you never in the kitchen.
But I'm going back in there right now.
And the coffee maker,
Just to try keep my coffee warm for later.
where do you know?
I'll try to think about what to eat.
You know the more you open and close the fridge, it takes longer for the food cool.
Uh-huh.
For a hot day like today, it burns more energy. You charge your phone right now?
No.
Plug it out then. You really only wash 2 Lee socks and 1 Lee shirt? You don't know what small load burn the same amount of electricity as large loads?
But this is my favorite shirt.
You have to be more energy efficient. Use large loads. This AC they blow hard. You know, if you keep the temperature at 25 degrees Celsius or higher, you burn less energy and you also keep the place cool. And for a nice day like today, turn off the AC, open up the house and make some fresh breeze come in.
You know what? I think I get it now. As consumers, we need to be more energy efficient and practice energy conservation.
Welcome to Zyva Beauty, style and beauty, all in one place. Your one-stop shop for all things fabulous. Discover a stunning collection of makeup palettes, trendy accessories, sunglasses, adorable purses for adults and kids, mommy and daughter dresses, luscious lip glosses, glamorous eyelashes, and so much more. Hey gorgeous, walk in or book your appointment today and let us help you unleash your inner beauty. We offer expert beauty services such as powder brows, lash lifts, lash extensions, lip micropigmentation, and rejuvenating facials. Find us on Pescador Drive next to Caramba Restaurant. Call 605-9256 or message us on Facebook. Zyva Beauty.
People don't travel with cash anymore. People would stop and they want to do a coffee tour, they want to buy coffee, but people don't have cash with them. Online banking facilitated a lot of what we do. I don't have to run to town and I have to use fuel and other expenses. Atlantic Bank actually approached us. They facilitated us with a bank account, which is something that we didn't have in hand, and then with a POS machine. I sit and sip my good cup of coffee and do payments.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
San Pedro Truck Service. You call, we deliver. Of all necessities, water is of the most importance. And we all know living in the remote areas of the island requires special attention. Let the professionals at San Pedro Truck Service assist you. Their services include delivery of water for construction use, as well as potable drinking water, yard cleaning and clearing, freight service, professional septic cleaning. San Pedro Truck Service. Telephone 630-2940. Email cesarsurfa26@gmail.com. Like us on Facebook. San Pedro Truck Service. You call, we deliver. Hidden Treasure Restaurant and Lounge. Open air restaurant serving Central American and Caribbean cuisine. Hidden Treasure serves dinner Wednesday to Monday from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Located in the Escalante neighborhood 1.5 miles south of San Pedro town. Hidden Treasure offer a romantic and elegant dining experience. Make early reservations and ask for free shuttle service. Some restrictions apply. Hidden Treasure Restaurant and Lounge. The perfect place to celebrate birthdays, anniversaries, weddings, rehearsal dinners, and much more. Come, experience fine dining in an enchanting atmosphere. Live music every Thursday by a renowned Belizean singer and keyboard player. Hidden Treasure Restaurant and Lounge. Telephone 226-4111 or 4236. Visit them at www.hiddentreasurebelize.com or on the socials. Hidden Treasure Restaurant and Lounge, San Pedro, Belize.
Prepare for the sweltering heat with a Ream AC unit to keep you and your family cool and cozy. Get the recommended BTU for your bedroom or living room and enjoy complete comfort. You can also save some much-needed cash with an inverter unit, which provides superior energy efficiency. When the heat is on, stay cool with an affordable, dependable AC unit from Ream. Available at Benny's. Quality and savings.
In the studios of Reef Radio and Reef TV, it is, let me see here, 13 minutes away from the 7 o'clock hour. Dan, I sent you a note, a picture there, and it is a death announcement, and we want to share this this announcement with our viewers and our listeners. This comes from the family of Tia Tomasita. Today, our beloved Mamita bid her last goodbye. After 100 years of a life filled with faith, family, friendship, and service to her community, she has answered the Lord's call. Through our heart, though our hearts are saddened, we celebrate the extraordinary life she lived and the beautiful example she lives for all of us. Tomasita Gomez was born March 15, 1926, and she passed away July 29th, 2026. Family and friends are invited to the wake that will be held in a residence tonight here in San Pedro, and funeral services will be announced later. May she rest in peace of the Lord. And we send our most sincere condolences to the family of Tia Tomasita Gomez. May she rest in peace. And with the permission of the family, Reef Radio and Reef TV will continue with its programming. You know, Dan, that many times when I spoke to my cousins, Nelly and Ainer, they used to tell me, Tia Tomasita watches you every morning on your show. She sits down early with her coffee and turns on the TV and watches us on the morning show. Every time I used to talk to them, every time I met them, they always say, remember that you have a faithful viewer and listener. A few months ago, she celebrated 100 years.
Wow, that's quite an achievement.
Yes, 100 years, and she actually brought the entire family together, and they celebrated a mass service. She was a devoted Catholic, and Father Eduardo celebrated a special mass for her at her residence.
Very nice.
And it brought together the entire family. It is a big family, Dan. Big family. May she rest in a perfect peace. Today is the 29th of the month. 3 days away from the 1st of August. 3 days away from the commencement of a brand new month. 3 days away from a public and bank holiday, Emancipation Day. And there are communities here in San Pedro that we do observe the day. It's a special day. It's a very important day in the history of Belize. And this celebration, was declared a holiday a few years ago. And I was watching social media and I saw that in Belize City, they will be having a big celebration this coming Saturday. I think it is entitled Igbo Town. If we know the history of the Igbo tribe, we'll know that is one of the tribes, Dan, that were brought in from Africa into Belize into the slavery trade. So, although it is a pity that other communities are not celebrating and highlighting the 1st of August, it's good to know that in Belize City, this event will be taking place. It's going to be educational because you learn a little bit about the history as to why we celebrate and the importance of this holiday, which is called Emancipation Day. And it brings together a community, and I think the celebration will be entitled Igbo Town. I saw it on social media. A number of entertainers will be there. A lot of people will be joining in. So, Emancipation Day, a lot of people may ask, because we didn't grow with it. It's not like St. George's Key Day. We know the Battle of St. George's Key, the reason why it's a holiday. We know why the 21st of September is a holiday. We used to celebrate the one the Baron Bliss one.
Right.
They renamed it. They renamed it Benefactors Day. We grew up celebrating, not me, but a lot of people used to celebrate Columbus Day. I when I learned about the history of Belize and the history of Columbus, Christopher Columbus, I decided not to celebrate that day until it was renamed now, which is People's Resistance Day.
Right.
Now I can say I will celebrate it, but I'm one of those who refuse to celebrate Columbus Day because I personally didn't see the reason to celebrate a day like that.
Yeah, I get it. I understand your point of view, but and maybe it's not a day for celebration, but it is part of history. It was a different time, different mentality.
Should have been a day of mourning.
Should have been a day of mourning.
Yeah.
But it shaped the way the world is today.
It did, and I agree with you.
And
but just my stand, and I know that like me, there are many, you know.
Yep.
There are many who.
Yeah.
But we grew up with that holiday being given. But coming back to Emancipation Day, there is a reason to have that day observed as a public and bank holiday, and for us to learn a little bit about the history of Emancipation Day. It is part of Belize, and that's the reason why I say, you know, it is a pity that events are only organized in the city when it could be organized in other parts of the country to bring the education to our populace, to let us learn the reason why, not just this, for the sake of taking a holiday, but the reason and the meaning behind it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that, you know, the entire country could have celebrated it in with their own little events being held. But yeah, 3 days away from Emancipation Day. Then after that, our next holiday will be St. George's Key Day, the Battle of St. George's Key. There are those who believe that there was no battle that happened. You see,
really?
You see the contrast there, then that there are some Belizeans, you know, and they go public with it. They go public with it. I've heard a prominent attorney at law saying he personally believes this never happened, but this was taught to us in the schools. You know, it's part of our history that there was a resistance that happened between the Buccaneers who and the residents here, the runaway slaves. They formed a resistance here in the land to push away the Spaniards from landing in Belize, and that's what is called the Battle of St. George's Key.
Yeah, I don't understand these people sometimes that say, oh, they're dying. I mean, usually when stuff like this is handed down from generation to generation, there's some sort of reason or truth behind it. It may not be completely 100% accurate, but people don't just pull dates out and events out of the air and go like, oh, do you remember the Battle of Key Chapel? And it's like, you know, no, but this has got to be based on some sort of
there has
event.
To be documented evidence, and I understand that there was documented evidence. There was a you remember, I think you were part of the Paradise Theater.
Yes.
When we brought in this Belizean comedy show that depicted the Battle of St. George's Key.
Okay, yeah.
And they performed here to a full house.
Yeah.
There at the Paradise Theater, and it was an eye-opener for many, you know, how is it that the resistance started and how it came about. There was a vote taken, you know. There was a vote with V taken, not a vote.
Vote.
A vote. Whether they should give up to the Spaniards or place a resistance on them. And I think it was a close vote that took place. Runaway slaves from a community in the Belize River Valley ended up coming into, it was called Belize Town back then, and they voted in favor to put a resistance. And that's part of history, you know. That is part of history, that that resistance came about. And like it or not, it plays a crucial decision making in Belize becoming an independent country. That resistance where the Spaniards never did settle in this land. If it would have been otherwise, where they had settled, then Belize's history would have been different.
Yeah, we'd probably all be speaking Spanish, right?
Yeah. So
which most people on the island do.
So that's the reason why St. George's Day is observed. It's a holiday, and there's a parade that takes place, to commemorate the Battle of St. George's Day.
Well, the fact that this is an English-speaking country
says a lot.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there had to be some sort of resistance to the Spanish.
Looking around all your
the other neighbors,
who are all Spanish speaking communities, and you are an English speaking community.
And the only one in Central America.
The only one in Central America is correct. The closest one to us up north would be the U.S., and the closest one down south would be Guyana,
and then you've got some of the little Caribbean islands.
And then the Caribbean islands, well, they're east of us, so there's a lot of English-speaking Caribbean islands. They don't speak the Creole like we do. They speak the Patois.
Yeah, and the Creole was developed so that the English slave masters wouldn't understand what the slaves were talking about. Yeah.
Yes, that is true. So St. George's Day is 43 days away from today, very close to be celebrated. And then Independence Day is the 21st. It's 54 days away from today. So that's our 3 holidays that are coming up. And one of them is this coming Saturday. No long weekend. The only thing is that we're not celebrating a long weekend. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. We go to another commercial break. We'll be right back. This is Good Morning San Pedro.
Appliances day or night. Shopping for supplies made easy and light. Click, click, boom, and the order done. Building in Belize just got more fun.
Why wait long in a line? Save your energy and your time. Delivery pulling up right by your gate. Castillo's hardware making building great.
Build smarter,
shop easier. Castillo's making life sweeter.
anytime,
Anywhere, hardware shopping without a care.
browse online, get what you need.
Fast and easy with lightning speed.
Pick up or delivery, choose your way.
Castillo's got you covered every day. From your phone, just tap and buy. No more hassle, no more.
This is a Jack X200. This is a very recommendable vehicle. Storage capacity to the max, right? Fuel efficient, easy rider, AC not a play, the pump, comfortable, and it carry me to all my destination. I can count on Jack to take me and my packages where I need to go. I recommend it anytime. We're the best from the West.
For decades, BEL has powered Belize's growth and progress, lighting homes, energizing industries, and fueling national development. But in a world reshaped by extreme weather patterns, digital transformation, and evolving customer needs, the future of energy demands a new approach. The future of energy is now, and it's not just about new technology, it's about people and how we use, manage, and store power smarter. BEL is leading the transformation, blending modern advancements with the wisdom of sustainable energy practices. Integrating technologies will redefine how Belize produces and uses energy. With distributed generation and smart grid technologies, customers are becoming power partners. Energy is no longer a one-way street. BEL is making key investments that will reinforce the grid to make this a reality, ensuring energy security for generations. At BEL, we are more than an energy provider. We work to safeguard Belize's energy future, which will have demand response programs, where customers will be able to shift use during peak hours to take advantage of the new time of use or off-peak rate structures, customer energy portals, real-time insights and tools to track usage and manage energy smarter, smart metering, advanced metering infrastructure, faster, safer service and actionable energy insights, distributed generation, integrating rooftop solar, microgrids, and battery storage for two-way power flows into the national grid. Together, we are bringing you a brighter tomorrow.
Whoa, 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 whoa. We don't use it around here. I have my own bag.
Where can I get one of those?
In the studios of Reef Radio and Reef TV, it is 7 minutes after the 7 o'clock hour. We want to welcome you back once more. This is Good Morning San Pedro. It is a beautiful Wednesday morning, middle of the working week already. It is the 29th of the month of July. We're coming to the end of a month and Saturday the beginning of a brand new month, the month of August. Man, time is moving fast. Time is moving fast.
Yep.
Excuse me. It is amazing how time is moving. I'm telling you, remember when we were in December?
Mm-hmm.
Christmas, the New Year.
Yeah. I know. I'm already making plans for Christmas. My sister called me and said, "What are we doing for Christmas? Where are we going?"
August is a month that moves fast.
Yes.
Because there is so many things happening in August. For one, people will start to get ready for the new school year for their children. when is school reopening? Ending of August. So a lot of that last minute rush will be done. Some schools, some institutions right now, they have their offices open for registration. I can't believe that there are some parents who have left their registration for the new school year for last minute, but there are those who do it. One of the challenging things that we see here on the island with regards to education is space availability. There are some schools that already are full to capacity.
And you warned people about this months ago.
I heard a conversation just yesterday, right in front of where the shake sells, where the licuados sells. I heard a conversation from some parents saying that they went to this particular school and there is no space available, and wants to know what she can do in order to register one of their kids. The other ones, they are okay. They found space for them. So that's okay. There are classrooms that they have space available, but there are the ones, especially the infant one class, the ones that are coming after graduating from preschool, entering primary school. Those get filled pretty fast. And now she's in this dilemma where she can't register her child in a learning institution here in San Pedro. And I told her, visit the education office here in San Pedro, and they will know where spaces are available. The Ministry of Education has that office here in San Pedro for a big reason, to follow up, in assisting as well parents in putting their kids into learning institutions. So
where is the office?
It's right there at on the second floor where Election and Boundaries is located.
Okay, there you go for everybody.
So I told her, visit that office and they will know who has space, still have spaces available. And the conversation about more classrooms comes every time there is the reopening of the school year. More classes are needed because more people are coming into the island, and there is a lack of spaces. There are those who have to send their kids back to the mainland to see if they can get a space somewhere there with their families, because San Pedro usually runs out of space. I do not know how the high school is coping, whether there is spaces available, but I did see and notice that they do have registration ongoing as well. So
better get on it.
Yes.
Because if you wait till September, then you're really going to be messed up.
And there are those who will wait until the first day of school, to walk with their kids to school. I'm telling you.
And then if the school's going to go,
I've
sorry, we're
seen
full.
it. Yeah.
Got to find someplace else, and they're going to go, well, this is right
so
around
when
the corner.
when you hear the conversation about building a new school, a new government school here in San Pedro, it is important. It's needed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would alleviate a lot of the congestion on some of the schools, Hopefully, as the minister said when he was here the last time, that they are already looking into building that government school here on the island. And we certainly hope that it would be, for sure it's not going to be for this school year.
No, there's not even shovels in the ground yet.
Yeah,
right?
but for sure, we would need it for the next school year.
Yeah.
They have the space available, and it's a matter of starting the work.
Yeah.
But government projects takes time, Dan.
Yeah,
Take a lot of time.
I remember when I was going to school, there was always that issue of the schools getting full, not enough space for the students. Even when I went to school, that was back in the 70s. And we used to go in these things called, they would bring these portable buildings in.
Really?
Portable classrooms, yeah.
You had to improvise in.
Yeah, well, they're just like wooden one-room classrooms. And they're prefabricated, and they bring them and they drop them on the school grounds, and students had to go in there, and you'd have, classes in those things.
Yeah.
Because the school just had too many students for the amount of classrooms that they had in the building, so a lot of kids, and especially the expats will remember portables.
So that's where we are, coming to the end of July. August will mark the commencement of our September celebrations. During the commercial break, had a phone call, and he said, I'm listening to what you're saying about the history of Belize. And we're talking about the neighbors, all of them Spanish-speaking countries.
Right.
Except for this small little nation here, facing the Caribbean, English-speaking. And he said thanks to the British who settled here, it changed the history of Belize. And he said, what if it had been the Spaniards?
Then we'd be speaking Spanish.
And he said we would have been more than likely Guatemalan. And I said, hold on. Remember that in our history, it shows to us that the northern part and the peninsula was claimed by Mexico. So don't discard the possibility that maybe we could have been Mexican. But it's a nice conversation, You see that landing of the British here changed the entire history of this particular part of the Central America. And they settled here. They settled versus the Spaniards who never did settle in Belize. They claimed it.
Yeah.
But they never did settle. That's the reason why there were 3 treaties signed.
Could we have been maybe part of Honduras? Because we were British Honduras, remember? And why was it called British Honduras?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
And I think it has to do with the bay, being named the Bay of Honduras. I think that the southern part, and they just call it British Honduras. I don't know.
Who knows?
But that's a good question for me to research. You put me something to write down and to find out, because I love my history.
Yeah.
But yes, the British settled. The Spaniards did not. And talking about the British and the Spaniards, Dan, I don't know if Belizeans know, but we're coming very close to getting a verdict from the International Court of Justice with regards to the Guatemala and Belize territorial dispute.
Oh yeah, that was been going on forever, and I haven't heard anything about it.
Now
lately.
we're coming very close. I understand, and I have heard from the Minister of Foreign Affairs addressing that particular issue. And I've heard the President of Guatemala address that issue as well. I saw it on social media. So I understand that we're getting very close to getting that verdict from the International Court of Justice.
Okay, well
we feel confident. We feel confident that that the verdict should be in our favor.
But what if it's not? What will happen then?
That's a good question.
Good question, huh?
Yeah.
Because you think you're going to win, and then it never goes the way you think you're going to win. The court decides something different. But hopefully, I think it's too deep ingrained in history today for them to start changing. I think they know it's going to cause major problems.
What are they claiming? Half of the country and all the islands?
And we've been established for so long. I think that's going to weigh heavily in Belize's favor, that, we've already drawn the lines. Okay, somebody didn't fulfill a treaty building a road back in 18 whatever, even though it was written on a piece of paper. Well, we have to take into account how long. It's kind of like squatters' rights, right? How long we've been here.
Yeah. Like I said, we're getting very close to that verdict.
Well, we'll wait
very
with
close to that verdict.
Anticipation. We shall wait for it. See how it goes.
But bear in mind, that that a lot of people, and the conversation I've had with so many, that they say, well, we're safe because we're in the northern part of the country. No.
It's going to affect
Guatemala claimed half of the country and all the islands.
Yeah.
Except one.
Which one?
St. George's Key.
Oh. See, there you go.
St. George's Key, because it used to be where the governor used to live.
Uh-huh.
So all the islands except St. George's.
Except St. George's Key. Well, that would be interesting. I would like to see how Guatemala is going to administer that, if they did win. But I'm with you. I don't think they're going to win.
No.
I think that there's too much established. There's too much precedent already set to rely on one old document, which, they are important, the older documents, but just given the landscape today and the way courts react to cases, I think they're gonna say, well, too bad, Guatemala. Your claim is they've been there for, so many years now that.
And you don't look only at independence 1981. You look
way before
back
that
as well.
Way back
when this first settlement came in, and the first treaty was signed, and so on. So.
It's amazing how they're fighting over that Sarstoon Island. The Guatemalans want that so bad.
The Sarstoon Island?
Sarstoon Island. They keep bringing in their military, and that seems
well, you
to
see,
be... I think it's an ego thing. It's a matter of, let's see if we can take that, and then we'll move on.
Yeah.
I don't think they really want the island, because there's really nothing there.
And then you have the Zapodilla Keys that Guatemala wants it, Honduras.
Well, they want
wants
that
it,
for the
and Belize
fishing,
wants it.
right?
Huh?
They want that for the fishing. They want the fishing rights there. I can see why they're doing that. But Sarstoon Island, I think, is just a matter of Guatemalan pride.
And every time Belize goes and plants a flag
there, oh yeah,
it
it becomes a big issue, and it's like you're squabbling over this little island which has absolutely nothing. No, it's got the BDF base camp there, and that's about it.
That's where they go through to reach Cadenas.
Oh, okay. So it is significantly important for some reason.
Well, it falls in the area that is for Belize.
Yeah,
You draw the line in the middle of the Sarstoon River, that's how it's supposed to be. Half of the Sarstoon is yours and half is for the other country.
Right.
And where Sarstoon Island is located is within the half of where the line falls for Belize.
Belize, yeah.
So how difficult is that to understand?
Well, I just know they're always fighting over it.
Yeah.
They're never fighting over San Pedro or something like that. They're fighting over that little tiny island.
And it's just a mangrove island,
That's what I mean. There's really nothing to it. And they're fighting over it.
Yeah.
So, that's the history. I guess they're going to... like I said, I think it's more of an ego pride thing, and just it's sort of like a show of force, saying this is ours, we're taking it, and you can't tell us otherwise. Yeah. I think they're just testing us, It's like a bit of a bully pushing you around, saying we're, even though it's not worth anything really, it's like it's ours.
Yep.
So we'll see what happens. Now, yes, you were correct about why we were called British Honduras.
Did you find the info?
Bay of Honduras. The primary reason for the name comes from the Bay of Honduras, the body of water in the western Caribbean Sea bounded by the coasts of present-day Belize, Guatemala, and Honduras. When Spanish explorers led by your favorite guy, Christopher Columbus, first mapped the region in 1502, they noted the deep waters off the coast and referred to it as the Honduras. which is the Spanish word for depths. Is that correct?
Hondo.
Hondo? Depths?
Hondo
Yeah.
is deep.
Okay. British logwood cutters and buccaneers known as the Baymen established settlements along the coast in the 17th and 18th century, and the settlement was frequently referred to as the British settlements in the Bay of Honduras. So there's the history behind it.
Yeah. I thought I had read it before,
Yeah,
and
you were right.
I know
See?
my history.
And speaking of, you said you got a phone call. Speaking of phone calls, let's send a message. Moose, now would be the time to call in if you want to.
He has not waken up.
He's not up yet?
No.
That's
he's
why he
not
calls
up.
at 5 to 8, because he probably
I
gets
think
up.
he wakes up late, and then that's the reason why he
calls-
decides when to call and when not to call.
2 minutes.
Yesterday I made a call to him. Yes, I called him
did you?
out.
Yeah.
Because I'm using Moose as an example.
Yeah.
You know that there are a lot of Canadians, a lot of let's not only use Canadians, but people from the Commonwealth.
Right.
A lot of people. There are people from Jamaica who live here. People from the Caribbean, from countries in Africa that form part of the Commonwealth. British, Indians.
Yeah.
From India.
Yeah.
They form part of the Commonwealth.
Right.
That community that has a number of stores here around town. They all they're registered to vote, you know,
Yeah.
because they fall under the Commonwealth. So I'm using Moose as an example. Moose, I don't think has left the island for many years.
I
now.
don't think so.
So he qualifies. He more than qualifies.
Yeah.
To be able to go to election and boundaries and register to vote.
Takes like 10 minutes.
Tops.
Yeah.
So I'm using him as an example, and if there are Canadians who live here on the island, I've been living here for the past 6 months, you guys can actually register to vote as well, you know.
Yeah. I'm registered.
You go in, you register, you get your ID card, and then you can participate in the process. Yesterday I was asked a question whether people with residency can vote, and I said no. If you are from the US and you only have residency, no, that wouldn't work. It has to be nationality.
Yeah.
But for the Commonwealth, it is only 6 months living here in Belize. And you can register to vote. There are a number who have done so, and there are many who probably because they don't know have not registered to vote as yet. But this exercise, the transfer of electors, ends at the ending of August, but registration continues all the way to January. I think January 10th will be the cutoff date. Who makes it there will be able to vote March the 3rd. Nomination day will be February, sometime I think in the middle of February.
Sometime in February.
That's when officially, because you and I can say we're running for office, but it will not be official until you get nominated on nomination day. For municipal elections, if you want to have your name on the ballot paper, you need to have 2 persons to endorse you. 2 registered voters of San Pedro town. You get those 2 persons to register to nominate you, you can clear.
Is there a fee you have to pay to register?
There is a fee that you pay. I think it's $50 per candidate.
Oh, that's not much.
That's not bad, and you get it back if you get 10% of the votes.
Oh, okay.
Then you get back your
Well,
money.
it's $50. I thought, if it was like 500 or 1,000, I'd be going like,
yeah,
that could discourage some people from running.
No,
but
no,
$50 is not.
No,
not a lot.
they make it very affordable.
Yeah.
For people to go in and register to vote. So, once you register, then there is a form that you fill out. The form will not ask you which political party you're representing. Will not ask you that. The form will ask you which color you want to represent on the ballot paper. There is disagreement with election and boundaries that the color blue and the color red
are already taken, right?
have already been taken.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah, because you can't have somebody go early in the morning and then open the door and say, I want to run under one of those colors. They will tell you no, because there is an agreement already.
Yeah, and it would be way too confusing.
Yes. And that's the reason why they ask you, which color you would want to be represented on the ballot paper.
Now, do you have to be a citizen to run as mayor?
As long as you're a registered voter.
Really?
As long as you're a registered voter.
So I could run for mayor?
Yes, you can run for mayor, but you cannot run for...
Yeah, Mayor Dan Solo. I like the sound of that.
You can't run for general elections because you have your two nationalities. You have to give up your Canadian one.
No, I just want to be mayor. Like
well,
Goldie Wilson in
with
Back to the
case,
Future.
Any member of the National Assembly has to only be a Belizean citizen, meaning that if you want to run for office at a general elections level, you have to give up one of those. Even the Senate, you cannot have dual citizenship and be part of the Senate.
I wouldn't want to get involved in that arena, boy. Now you're getting into now you're getting in with the lions.
Yeah.
You
So coming back to the ballot paper, Dan. Yeah. So that's the reason that when you go vote, you do not see the name of the political party. You only see the colors.
Right.
That they represent. So, and election and boundaries, they tend to encourage people, not to try to get colors that will not be too close to the blue or the red, because then it causes a confusion.
Yeah.
That's why you see the color green sometimes. I've seen the color purple.
Right, yeah.
I have seen the color yellow. When Bobby Lopez ran, he ran under that color.
Right.
I've seen the color, which one was the one that Abner used?
He said he's going to do aquamarine.
Aquamarine, yeah.
Which is kind of teal. That's a little close to the...
Yes.
Depending on the printer. And, if the ink is not...
So that is where I am this morning, because yesterday, mayoral candidate number 6 came into the office again.
Really?
Yes, and he said, I'm in.
Wow.
I'm in. And he said, he's going to come and he's going to address the community very, very soon. So I'm seeing how many colors one can pick.
6 colors. Well, you still got, there's lots of colors in the rainbow, but you got to get it. There's pink and what else?
Yeah.
Orange. You got, lots of colors. But well, that's good. And like you said, it's not official until it's official.
Until it is official. They can say that they're running right now.
I could say I'm running right now.
But when nomination comes around, you need to get nominated.
Yeah. So we won't know until nomination day who's officially.
So right now,
on
who
the
has
ballot.
made it public? Let's call them out. Who have made it public? Mayor Wale is seeking re-election.
That's a given, yeah.
That he has done it on his personal Facebook page.
Right.
And he has done it, I think, on the party's Facebook. The opposition has named their candidate, which is Mr. Joseph Eligio.
Right.
He has been public on it as well on social media.
So those two, more than that's pretty much a go, right?
The TNE, which is Celestino Tzul, Tino, he has made it public, and he has announced 4 of his councillor candidates already.
So he's pretty serious because he's got a crew.
Serious along with his team.
Yeah.
Elito came afterwards, and he announced that he's going to run independent. Yesterday, he released a video addressing the reason why he's running independent, because the question is a lot of people are asking whether he was running under the PUP or what under which banner was he running, and he made it absolutely clear yesterday that he's running independent. And likewise, on that video that he released yesterday, he mentioned that in the next few days he will be announcing those who will be running alongside with him. So that's a slate right there. Tino has a slate. The UDP has a slate. And the PUP has a slate. Alone right there, it's 4 full teams.
Full teams.
And Abner made it clear yesterday that he's running as well. So those are the 5 who have made it official.
But as you mentioned to him, he really needs to get a slate. He needs to get some other people on board. Otherwise, his chances are fairly slim. If you don't come with a full team, a lone mayor sitting in the office by himself, really, how much can he get accomplished?
Yeah, and there is the reason why you have a team, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly,
you try to encourage your voters to vote for your team, and they will be out there. Instead of him fighting for the votes alone, you have a team that will be out there fighting for the votes. So there is.
And even when it comes to just day-to-day business, if you've got people, opposed to you, oh no, we don't like that idea, nothing gets done.
Yeah. So, I tell you, candidate number 6 yesterday said, I'm in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to make it public very, very soon. He has it. He had his shirt already. Had his nickname, and it had it for mayor. And he's walking around in town with it. But until he makes it official, I can call out his name. I have to hold on to it.
Right.
And then there is the rumor of candidate number 7.
Wow. That'll be interesting.
There is a rumor out there that there is a possibility that there is another candidate, and that would be mayoral candidate number 7. Whether number 7 is coming with a slate or not, we don't know.
The one thing that I want to see from all these candidates is the manifesto.
Yes.
That's the important
and I
thing, too.
pointed out to Abner yesterday that I hope that people who are running get familiarized with the Town Council Act.
Well, you should be if you're going to be mayor. That's very important. You should know your job and know what the job entails.
Exactly.
Before you apply for
where
the job.
the boundaries are for the town council, responsibilities and so forth. Don't come and promise to me that you will build a multi-purpose sporting complex, because it's not under your jurisdiction.
Or you're going to stop all the dredging that's going on because it's not under your jurisdiction.
It's not under, that falls under the
Mines Department.
The Ministry of Natural Resources.
Yeah. They're the ones that are issuing the permits for that.
The letters of recommendation and objections do come. Those letters do come from the office.
But they could be overruled.
They can be overruled. But you can say, I will fight for the people. I will organize. If there's something that is being done that we don't like that is being done here on the island, let's rally the community and let's fight it together. Yes, that can be done. But yes, I come with a plan that is doable.
Yeah.
That at the end of your term, you can go back to the electorate and show them, you see this? This is what I promised to you, and this is what I accomplished. You'll win hands down again.
Yeah.
But when you promise the moon, the stars, and the sky,
people kind of dismiss you and go, that's not realistic. But if you start addressing things like traffic and parking and garbage collection and all that kind of stuff, and clean up our community.
You see, Dan, this is a letter-sized paper right here.
Yeah.
With what I've heard from so many people that will be running, it won't be enough. Right now, I have it on legal size now.
Oh.
The ballot paper will be the size of a legal size paper, which is the long one.
The long one, yeah.
But if candidate number 7 decides to come up with a full slate, then we are surpassing the legal size paper.
What happens then? Is it a 2-page
Because
document?
listen to me, the print on the ballot paper has to be big enough for people to be able to read. It can't shrink.
No.
You can't have the font smaller. It has to be the same size as the ballot paper that will be used in, let's say, Benque Viejo del Carmen,
Right.
where more than likely right now 2 political parties will go. There'll be 14 names there.
So what do they do? Use front and back?
The paper has to get bigger.
No, you can't use 2 pages, right?
No. Then they won't allow you to use 2 papers.
So, that's going to be fun. They're going to have specialized printing.
So, like I said, it will be a challenge for Election and Boundaries. More so when you go around and you reach the RC school to go in and vote, and you see all those booths with so many colors.
Yeah.
Man. And when you go inside the voting room with so many scrutineers in there, the voter will feel intimidated.
Yeah.
There are those who will feel intimidated.
I don't really feel intimidated because you go behind that little cardboard thing and nobody can really see what you're doing. I'm just wondering, this is always a little question for me, and I don't really care if people know how I vote or not, but you kind of wonder are they kind of like marking down or keeping track? Oh, Dan Solo voted. When did he vote? Okay.
If Dan Solo goes and he votes, takes about 3 or 4 seconds to mark 7 X's.
Yeah.
That means he voted for a team.
Right.
He voted for a slate.
Right.
Because you know where the slate is and you go,
oh, you guys have got it down that way.
If you take between 5 and 10 seconds, you're splitting your vote.
Yeah.
Because you're looking for the names.
And that's what I usually do.
You look for the names.
Yeah.
So, and the scrutineers, they mark you as voted, and if it's a split, they put an S there, this person split his vote. Just numbers coming out from.
And
that's the reason why you have your scrutineers there to get an idea as to what is happening in there.
And I mean, who really cares? I don't care
because
if people know.
Hours later, you will know the results.
Yeah.
The counting room will be another interesting one.
Yeah.
So many counting agents in there. Man.
Well, like I said, I don't care if people know how I vote. I mean, if they really want to know that bad, I'm voting for the 7th candidate. I'm voting for Ivor.
It's going to be an interesting election because of so many people running, so many teams. It's just first time.
Yeah.
First time. The most we've had.
Yeah.
Are 3 teams.
Really? Yeah. That's in
and
the history of San Pedro.
That was when I think the most recent one would have been 2012. 2012.
There were three candidates,
there were
right?
3 teams. Sorry, there were 2 full teams and 1 mayoral candidate who ran independent, and that was Miss Mel Paz.
Right, I remember when she was running.
In 2015, we had 3 full slates. That was Danny Guerrero, who ran seeking re-election in 2015, and his team. Dr. Giovanni Solorzano ran under the People's United Party and his team, and Mr. Bobby Lopez ran with his team, which was the one with the color yellow.
The Belize was that the Belize? That was the Belize. I remember they were like from Belmopan,
from
right?
Belmopan, yes.
Yeah.
So that was the 3 full slates back in 2015. So that was the last one, and the most we've reached is 3 full slates. Right now we're at 4, with the possibility of 5.
It will be interesting, and I'm wondering what's brought this on. Well, I mean, I'm not really wondering. I mean, obviously people are kind of not happy with the current
my
situation.
thing, election day, Dan, once we do the coverage here on the show, my main thing will be the voters' turnout.
Yes.
The last town council election, it was at 62%. If San Pedro is to bring out 70 to 75% voters turnout, it will be that big of an amount that will have so many split votes that I can foresee, and you mark my words to this, that I can foresee that it will take a while to count all those ballots because of the split votes that will be there, that I can foresee that election and boundaries will need to take a break, and halt the counting, because man, that's gonna be a lot of votes to be counted.
I am not looking forward to election night this night. It's going to be hell in here too. We're trying to keep track of everything. We're going to need some help.
Yes. I got word from election and boundaries yesterday that that the transfer of electors is running very smoothly. There is no mad rush. There is a constant flow of voters going in, of residents going in, transferring, and there is also a flow of voters registering for the first time. So there is a lot of people going in and registering for the first time. That says a lot.
Yeah.
Because for some reason or the other, they have opted not to register, but this time around, they are registering to vote.
I remember when I turned 18, it was like, oh, I want to go register to vote because now I can.
Yeah. So there is a constant flow, but not a mad rush.
No.
August should be interesting. As we wind down the transfer season, it should be interesting to see if they will push a little bit more for residents to register here on the island. There are a lot,
Yeah.
I was out over the weekend at a number of places, and I asked, I asked like 5 or 6 people, where do you vote? You vote here in San Pedro? I would say 3 out of the 6 said yes, and the other 3 vote out district. So there is a lot of people out there who need to transfer, and they don't know that this is transfer season.
Well, they'll find out
I
when they
have
go to
not
vote.
seen, and this comes to another conversation.
Yeah.
Very few candidates, Dan,
Yeah.
are out there knocking on the doors. Very few.
It's still early though, isn't it?
Yes, it's early, but not for transfer of electors.
Oh, right. Yeah.
You can go to the different businesses, establishments, and ask around, guys need any assistance in transferring, guidance on how to go about in transferring.
Yeah, they should really be hitting the construction sites.
There is a lot of people to transfer.
Yeah.
But what are the candidates using right now?
The phones.
Social media.
Yeah.
A lot of people do not have social media, do not follow social media.
Well,
a lot of those voters out there, you need to go talk to them personally, face to face.
There is a huge difference between just putting a post up and going and seeing someone face to face.
Yeah.
Because
there is
people can
nothing.
You can just scroll past the post real quick.
Yeah, there is nothing like using the Right Honorable Judge Price way of campaigning, which was knocking house to house.
Knocking house to house, talking to your people, one-on-one.
I remember walking with him the streets of San Pedro, on a campaign trail.
Yeah.
And he went from this house, and we knew that it was a party friendly house, meaning that they are part of the party, right? And I remember telling him, Mr. Price, that next house is they support the opposition, they support the other party, and they are stalwarts of the other party. I said, they are the ones we need to convince. And he went and he knocked on the door and he introduced himself, and he was greeted well and welcome and everything. Nothing then that you have in this day and age right now can beat that way of campaigning, where you knock on the door and you sit down with the people face to face and you talk about the issues. People are waiting for the candidates to reach.
Yeah, because
and many a time, sorry to cut you short, Many a times, candidates don't even reach your home.
Yeah.
And what happens? People say, well, they don't want my vote.
I don't know the guy. I never met him.
So-
And we've seen on social media with influencers how much you can sculpt an alternate reality of yourself and make it seem like you're bigger than you really are. But when you go one-to-one and someone came knocked on my door and said, hey, Dan, I'd like to know, I'm running for office and I'd like to know what your concerns are about the island. And I'd say, yeah, let's have a conversation then.
Yeah.
And I would lay out, yeah, I'm not happy with this. I'm good. This is good. This, they're doing this right. But if someone came to my house, that would carry a lot more weight than just someone posting on social media.
Certainly.
I'm going to do this, and this.
They are taking me serious. That's the first thing that comes to the mind of the electorate.
Well,
when somebody comes and knocks on your door and sits down and listens to you, because maybe you want to vent out something that you don't like and you haven't been able to do it, and election is the correct time for do it. But when you do not reach, they say, well, people have voted for those who have visited them on the campaign trail. They say, I voted for so and so. I never vote for this one because he never had the audacity to reach my home. You hear it. You hear it, I'm telling you. So when I'm telling you, Dan, that right now during the transfer period, social media is the main thing, good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck.
And I'll share a personal story here. Do you know how many candidates we've had in here? In the studio? How many think have pulled me aside and asked me what my concerns were?
0?
One.
One? Okay.
One. And that's the minister. He's the only one. When he was running before, I'm talking years back, he's the only one that said, well, what do you think? We sat and had it was a short conversation, but he took the time to ask me what I thought.
Who's that?
Andre.
Okay.
He's the only one.
So that is
Abner to a certain extent, because
Abner sits down and talks.
Yeah, Abner to a certain
Abner will
extent.
sit down and talk to us a lot. I mean, he does that. But you're right. You're right. If you have the intentions of running for office, you ought to campaign 24/7. You campaign with the person sitting down next to you eating tacos at the tacos place.
Yeah.
You campaign with the person eating the rice and beans next to you during the lunchtime. And you campaign with the people you meet at the park during the evening. Because you have intentions of running. Nobody will do the campaign but you.
Yeah.
And I'm taken aback, by how they're using social media to invite people to transfer. If you want to transfer, give us a call. We will provide transportation. We'll go. No, man.
Yeah.
People will not. You don't do that. That's like an insult to the people out there.
It's like when you get those birthday cards versus a real birthday card.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Someone took like 2 minutes to put this together. But when someone takes the time to go out to a store, purchase a card, write a little sentiment in it, stick it in the mail it to you, that's a big, you can see the person's put some effort into it.
So, man, that's where we are this morning.
Yeah.
How many people have transferred? Like 200-300 people, I understand. Some names, I'm following the one in Punta Gorda, Dan. In Punta Gorda, we have names being challenged, taken to court, because according to the person who's filing those court charges, are saying that those people do not live in town. They're from the villages. But, that is the reason why each team of candidates need to have eyes at election and boundaries. I'm not saying that discrepancies are happening, but I'm saying for you to be active in the process as well. You never know who will go there and say, I want to transfer, and does not live here in San Pedro.
Yeah.
He came from somewhere, said, well, my cousin they run, so I will transfer my vote from so and so in the Belize district to San Pedro.
But then they lose their vote in the Belize district, right?
Yes, they of course
They would.
They can't vote
and
at
they
two
can't
places.
vote in two places because
Yeah.
you got the purple finger on the day. But
on the day of the election,
Yeah.
and that stays for a while.
yeah, but yeah, I mean, yeah, if you don't live here, you don't like. I think the only reason they would do that is because, when you get these kind of like you said, it probably doesn't happen a lot. But if somebody wanted to kind of salt the election a little bit, you just go, hey, we need a couple busloads of people from Belmopan and Chancellor over here and vote for my candidate. And
yeah,
I mean, we see that. That's what the Democrats are trying to do in the U.S., right? With all that's why they had open borders. They wanted all these illegal immigrants to come in and vote for the Democratic Party.
But how can illegal immigrants vote if they're not registered?
Because they wanted no ID voting. They wanted all the stuff that Trump's trying to fight against, which people are in favor of. They were trying
you can vote with no ID.
You can vote with no ID here?
With no ID, yeah.
How do you prove who you are?
Because election and boundaries, when you go and you register, they take your pictures.
Oh, right. Okay, that's.
And as minute you show up and they take a look at it, that's one form of verification. The other one, they could ask you questions about your personal information that only you will know.
Yeah. Yeah, because some people lose their ID, some people don't have ID.
Mm-hmm.
And fair enough. If they have your picture, that'd be pretty good. That's pretty solid evidence there. But in the States, you don't even no photo ID, no picture, no nothing. That's what the Democrats want.
There has to be some sort of verification before they issue the ballot paper.
This is what Donald Trump is saying, and the Republicans are saying.
There is no form of verification.
They're doing this was a whole controversy about these mail-in ballots.
Well, the mail-in one, that one, the biosphere was here in Belize. It's the Belizean community that lives in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
They had a summit here last week.
Oh, did they?
They had a summit here last week, and two of their causes that they are fighting for. One is to have the right to vote. That means that those Belizeans living in the U.S., if they were to be given that opportunity, they would vote there. I don't know, they would have to mail in their ballots, or through proxy, they can assign a family member to vote for them.
Well, if you got a green card, you can vote.
No, I'm talking about Belize. About the
voting here.
American Belizeans, the biosphere, who are fighting for two causes. One, the right to vote.
Here.
In Belize.
Oh, okay, yeah.
In Belize's elections.
Yeah, that should be, like, if you're a Belizean citizen living in the U.S., you should have the right to vote here.
And that's one. And two, they want a seat on the Senate.
I don't know if that's going to fly.
They want a seat on the
that'll
Senate.
fly.
There are two things that the summit came to, One, the right to vote. And if you pose these questions to the Belizeans living here in Belize, should Belizeans be given the right to vote, those who are living in the U.S.? Should they be given the right to vote in our elections?
Are they there full time? Are they employed? Have they been there for 20 years?
Yes, some of them have been living there for years now.
Well, then it's like me trying to vote in Canada. I don't vote in Canada anymore because I'm not part of it. I don't know what's going on there anymore. And it would be unfair to other people to try and impose my vote on something where I'm not participating anymore. Because you vote for reasons to betterment
and
the country.
let me tell you something, Dan, that our Belizean population in the U.S. is in the tens of thousands.
Yeah.
In elections in Belize, where sometimes it is so close, they will dictate who wins. They will determine, their votes will determine who wins.
Yeah, that's why the push is going on.
They will determine actually who would win the election. Same thing happens here in San Pedro. When you have 1,000 plus people coming in from the mainland to vote, if 5,000 people vote on election day, and out of those 5,000 who voted in San Pedro, 1,000 plus are from the mainland that come only that day to vote. What percentage is that?
Yeah, and it's unfair to the community because you're trying to shape the community. And let's say, take San Pedro for example. If people come over from the mainland that don't really live here, don't participate here, don't know the issues here, that's unfair to the rest of San Pedro.
You start to see them coming in the day before, people that you haven't seen for years.
That don't live here.
That don't live here. You see them, oh, man, you're back. You shake hands, you're friends.
But if you're not on the list, then you can't vote.
But they are on the list. That's the debate I had yesterday with a friend of mine.
Right.
He said, well, that election should be null and void. I said, how can you null and void an election that has their names on the master list?
Well, that's when,
they're registered here, they can vote here. They don't live here. They haven't been living here for 15 years.
But the lady that was on from Election and Boundaries says, we go out to the house and we see if you live there.
For new voters.
Oh, that's just for new voters.
For new voters and for transfer of voters. Now, there is an exercise that is done every year in the month of October. And that is where the entire list is revised.
Yeah, that should happen.
And on that entire list, that is when you can actually object to people on the voters list. But we had a heated conversation yesterday. He said, take a wild guess as to how many people come into San Pedro and vote during election day from outside of the island.
Right.
A wild guess, I said, you're talking about maybe 1,000 or more. 1,000 could be a small number too.
Well,
and he said, and the person told me, how can I get a manifest from the airlines? How can I get a manifest from the water taxes?
Oh, to see who comes here election day and leaves the same day or the day before or day after? Yeah.
You would see the names and you match it with the list. And you would see, all right, they come in the day before and they leave the day after.
And they really live at this place.
And he said, well, if that is the case, we're going to file for a null and void election. That not happen, Pops, because they are on the list.
Do they take the driver's license into account when they're registering these people?
You can't register with only a driver's license.
No, but I mean, if I have to show my driver's license, it shows that I have a San Pedro driver's license.
Yeah,
here in the mainland, it shows your address.
Use that.
Your ID has your address, and one of the things that does have your address on it is your driver's license. So if somebody comes here with a driver's license that says 13 Albert Street, Belize City, and tries to vote, I'm going to go, wait a minute. Your driver's license says Belize City. You shouldn't be voting here because you haven't changed your address completely. So there's one kind of other barrier you can put up is by checking. I know this whole thing came up with...
Yeah, but then it doesn't really matter then. You could have an American driver's license.
Right.
And you come from the U.S. 2-3 days before the election. And if your name appears on the voters list, it don't really matter. You will be allowed to vote.
No, U.S. people can't vote.
There are... over 100 people on the voters list.
Yeah, but they're citizens,
live in the
right?
U.S.
Oh, okay, yeah, Belizeans. I'm talking about
Belizeans and Americans who have left the island. The re-registration campaign should be done every 10 years.
Yeah.
Every 10 years, that list should be cleaned. But the last one was in 2018 or 2019, something like that. That all of us had to go to the primary school to re-register again. You remember that exercise?
Yeah.
That exercise should be done every 10 years to clean the voters list and to start new again. But it's not done.
Yeah. The reason I mentioned the driver's license is I'm not sure what the law is here in Belize, but if you move to a new address, you have so many days to change your driver's license. Otherwise, you get fined.
Okay, well, that here no, you
Here,
could
no?
drive.
Oh, well, see, they should
from north to
institute that.
south, east to west with your San Pedro driver's license.
Oh no, I mean, yeah, I mean, if I move to Belize City,
You could use the San Pedro. I've people from Belize City who live here in San Pedro who would have their driver's license from the city. Whenever it expires, they go back to Belize City and register it, and renew it there.
oh, there's a loophole that should be closed because how are the police going to track you down if you know?
They renew their license there. The people who are in Drak, then when they go to walk, then renew it there.
Well, your driver's license should reflect where you're living.
Not in Belize.
That's a little loose,
Belize
right?
is a Belize driver's license. You not see San Pedro driver's license.
Yeah, mine says San Pedro.
No, at the very top it says driver's license, Belize driver's license.
Yeah, but it also says San Pedro on it. And I'm only allowed to drive a golf cart.
A lot of messages coming in. Hold on, it's 4 minutes after the 8 o'clock.
Yeah, that's
hour.
okay. Oh, by the way, there was a crash last night. Did you see that? Speaking of driver's license.
Mm-hmm.
I was driving home and all these police lights were going on by the back road there.
In the back road?
And I find out later that somebody crashed a golf cart.
Somebody, that was...
That's pretty nasty there. And apparently alcohol was involved, allegedly. So, don't
There's
drink
another
and-
golf cart next to it. Did it crash to another golf cart?
I don't know. The police were waving everybody through. It was down by the barber shop on the back road.
Yeah, I know which area is. San Juan.
San Juan, yeah. And I was
Wow.
driving by and I saw these flashing lights and going like, oh, what's going on? And then I tried to slow down, but they're going like, keep going, keep going. I'm like, I don't want to get in trouble, so I just kept going.
All right. 5 minutes after the 8 o'clock hour. Thank you much. Dan, any other announcements?
No, we
Clear.
went well along
Thank you
today.
much to our viewers, listeners. We invite you for tomorrow's edition of Good Morning San Pedro. Until then, you do take care.